Just Buggin.
Hello all you bug lovers and VW lovers out there. This is G-Man at Just Buggin. Have we got a treat for you today? This here is a trike, a VW Powered Trike. And of course you see the body's off. If you look at the pictures, you've got a wild looking VW Trike from the 70s. And this one has a great story with it too. Look at these tires. They have been on there for 44 years. This man has owned this for 44 years. As you see the picture of him on the bike, this is the actual owner back in the day. We are going to resurrect this bike better than it was the first time. It is going to be a metallic, large metal flake metallic black, and it is going to be sweet. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to remove these tires and disassemble this whole thing, get the transmission off. I'm going to clean it all up and detail it out. Cast aluminum, and these will be black, and then I have black boots on it. And these will be the axles and the brake backing plates and the drums and everything, and the chassis will all be a high gloss black. I'm going to sandblast everything, and I'm going to replace all the brake lines. And it's got two single cylinder masters up here, one for the brake, one for the clutch, and it goes back. Brake will come back here to a T, branch off to the left and right rear brake, and then your brake line will come back down this way for the slave, for the clutch master cylinder. And you get just the regular plunger for the VWs, for the master, for your brake. So this will be here, and there'll be two of them up there, and then the pedals go up there. And we're going to detail this out. The motor is already at my builder being rebuilt, and it's going to be stepped up a notch, put out some more horsepower in this, enough to pick this thing up, the front wheel, off the ground easily, because of course all the weight's sitting back here behind the wheels. Well, we're gonna come up with, we haven't yet figured out which ones yet or how, but I've seen some wheelie bars on some wild dune buggies, so we're gonna come up with a wheelie bar setup on the back of this, and they're actually gonna have a practical use. The rim's off. Easy. And these rims, as you can see, the old 70s look. Well, it's going to be hard to find something to duplicate that, so we're going to send these out and have them polished and get all that pitting out of them and make them look new again. So we don't want to do away with that great 70s look we've got going here. He has the forks and the rest of which is a Harley Davidson front end, and it's long. It is long, so it's gonna be sweet. So y'all keep an eye out for this. Is gonna be a fun one. Let's get these drums off, those adapters. There we go. All right, I'm just gonna pull these off as a whole. I'm gonna replace everything in here. Yep, all the lines, brake lines, flexible, hard. We're going to remove the complete brake assembly. I'm going to mark this with my crappy paint pen here. I noticed we got 3 different size bolts there. No pry bar. See, that goes like that. So I'm just going to put that right there. Bearing going like that. Alright. Looks like they're going to be fun to put back together. I already got the other side off, as you can see. As you can tell, we were over there. I got my axle. Now that we got both axles disconnected, I'll scribe this. As you see, this is just a regular shifter out of a Beetle. And here is the shifter. The way you drive it, or ride it should I say, is these masters go here. One will go here, and it'll be the clutch. This one will serve as the clutch master. And then you have the pedal, and it'll be in here. and then when you push the pedal, it will push on the plunger, and that line will go down the frame to the slave and engage and disengage your clutch. And another master goes over in this hole, and another pedal, which that one's broken, goes here, and the brake line goes down there to the T and pushes the plunger. So, and then the throttle will be your accelerator on your handlebar on the right side, which there's really no use for the front brake on these, and I don't think he ran a front brake in back in the past. The last time he rode it many years ago. So I have to run an accelerator cable up to the handlebar, and so when you shift, you're gonna have to push your left foot in, release the clutch, shift with your left hand while you're holding the handlebar on the right with some throttle, and then engage, and then you can put your hand back up there. So you're going to be riding it one hand as you shift. It's pretty wild. Living on the edge, you gotta try it. Alright, well, what I'm going to do now is describe this so I have a good idea where it's going to go. I'll put it back so it shifts correctly. I don't want to change much of what they've got going here. This is the way it was set up, and this is the way it's going to be set up again. You know, he wants to go back to exactly the way it was, except change the color, and it's going to be really dressed up a lot now. I'm going to get ready to pull the tranny, deal with the shifting mechanism first, then release the mounts, and we'll get this off of here and I'll get it all cleaned up and ready to paint. Alright, I'm going to get these nuts off of this mount first, and then I'll go to the shifter and pull the back two bolts off the wishbone last. Alright, got the front trans mount disconnected, and now describing this. You got it disconnected. Now, bad boy back in there where it was. Clean everything up. Oops. Now they just made it with what they had. Check that out. I get the little spring there. I presume that's inside the tunnel on your typical Beetle. And see, there's a 1/2-inch universal welded to the shaft. Interesting. I was wondering if they squared it off. It looks like they did. So possibly that bolt not only tightens down on it, but it holds the spring. That is trippy. So I'm gonna get a wrench, see if that does slide off of there, but I want to scribe that also. Alright, well, it is squared off, I guess. I don't know if the actual tranny, I'd have to look at mine, but I don't think it is. As you can see, they stuck that right there, so it was in that hole. Pretty neat. Ingenious. That is pretty cool. So then when this is bolted down, there'll be further. Okay. And what I got left is the wishbone. So, that bad boy. You know, I'm thinking, better yet, I think I'm going to take it off right here. Of course, I'm going to put all of our new mounts on it. This thing is going to look sweet when it's done. There we go. Alright, transmission out. That's going to get sandblasted tomorrow and painted. And then all my parts should start arriving today up till Friday. And then, of course, the last thing is the 31st ceramic headers for the motor. I can't wait to put that thing together. It's going to be the nicest one yet. As you can see, I've sandblasted it. Turned out fabulous. And see, I don't like this. This is where the chassis was cut off of the frame here. So I spent a lot of time grinding that off of this side. I don't want that nasty stuff on there. Call it a little anal, but I want this frame to look cherry. So it's going to be painted base and clear on top of it instead of some chassis black or whatever. So I want it to shine like new. So I'm going to grind all this off right here just like this side. Make it nice and pretty. And get this thing prepped and ready to prime, seal, and paint. I've got these areas all grinded down and smoothed out. Now doesn't that look a lot better? So I'm using sanding wheels and going all the way around. I'm almost done. I gotta go up the neck and flip it over and do the other side. I should get a really nice finish out of this. I want it to look like a brand new frame. I got a little bit more to do with the sanding disc, and it's turning out really nice. Let's see where the surface rust is coming on this metal box for the battery, and a little bit on the neck. So I think I'm going to wipe it down with some rust inhibitor tonight and let it sit, and then tomorrow I'm going to scuff it up and down some sealer, primer, and top coat and clear it. Yeah, I think I don't want this stuff to come back through, so I'm going to let it sit tonight and cure that. And check that out. Number underneath it. Never knew that was right there. Take a picture of it before I cover it up in case it's needed. This trike has already been titled back in the 70s. So.
Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Here's some video footage of the trike body, and it will be delivered to us soon, and there will be definitely more videos on the trike, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment. Have a Just Buggin of a day.